white paper on the future of Europe, there are 5 scenarios given as possible ways forward for the Union. Scenario 1. Carry on. By 2025, the EU27 will continue focusing on jobs, growth and investment. Scenario 2. Nothing but the single market. By 2025, the single market becomes the main focus of the EU27. Scenario 3. Those who want to do more. By 2025, a group of member states decide to cooperate much closer on defence matters, making the use of legal possibilities, including enhanced military readiness for joint missions abroad. Scenario 4. Doing less efficiently. By 2025, the EU27 steps up its work in fields such as innovation, trade, security, migration and defence. Scenario 5. Doing much more together. By 2025, Europe speaks and acts as one in trade and is represented by 1 seat in most international fora. The European Parliament has the final say on international trade agreements. Defence and security are prioritised. Well, I expect you're wondering why I'm talking about the white papers on the future of Europe 2 years after they were written. Well, the reason is this. The 5 scenarios give us insight into which direction the EU may take. The State of the Union address in 2017 was much more insightful than that of the one in 2018. Juncker has never hidden the fact that he has federalist ambition for the EU. With just 1 month until he steps down, his hopes and aspirations will be carried on by Macron and Merkel, who also have federalist ambition for the European Union. I'm going to read you this paragraph from The Guardian. It was in the paper 2 days after the white paper was released. This was an ambitious bid for deeper integration. No more Europe à la carte, special deals and opt-outs. Under Juncker's vision, joining the euro currency and passport-free Schengen zone would be the norm. All would join in a European defence union. More decisions would be taken by qualified majority votes, including on sensitive areas such as tax.
This is a dangerous fantasy. The idea that there's going to be a European Air Force, a European Army, it is simply not true. It is simply not true.
In the field of defence, more efforts are required. The setting up of a European Defence Fund is on our agenda. Permanent structured cooperation in the defence field is well on the way. By 2025, we will need a functioning European Defence Union.
Commonalities and nuances. Significant convergence among the 3 leaders. Chancellor Merkel supports the idea of a European intervention force within the framework of the permanent structured cooperation and with actions funded by the Defence Fund. In addition, she wants to create a European Security Council to enable Europe to act faster, together. Macron's proposal seemingly raised the level of ambition, mentioning the development of a common force supported with a common budget on defence. On a similar note, the European Commission and the European Council have stressed the need to take measures to ensure the deployability of EU battle groups. These multinational rapid response EU forces have been operational since January 2007, but they've never been deployed. Article 42.2 TEU allows for the creation of a common force of intervention, understood as a common defence. However, Article 41.2 TEU currently excludes expenditure arising from operations having military or defence implications being charged to the EU budget. If this common defence budget is to be part of the EU budget, it would require treaty change. President Macron's proposal to enable the hosting of soldiers in member states could be achieved through a common security and defence policy decision. Article 42.3 TEU states that member states shall undertake progressively to improve their military capabilities. This could be read as a way to improve military capabilities through exchange of knowledge and best practices. The European Commission has proposed strengthening the already existing EU Civil Protection Mechanism with its Rescue proposal put forward in November 2017. After defence, I next looked at the plan for the euro throughout Europe. First of all, Juncker said if we want the euro to unite rather than divide our continent, then it should be more than the currency of a select group of countries. The euro is meant to be the single currency of the European Union as a whole. Macron: a sustainable economic power can only be built around a single currency. Merkel: for a successful economy, we need to sustainably stabilise the euro. Current instruments are not sufficient. That is why we need the banking and capital market union. Juncker's influence, supported by Macron and Merkel, lead me to believe that Scenario 5 is the goal they are aiming for. If the result of our 2016 referendum is not honoured, we will have no choice but to adopt the euro, be part of the Schengen zone and participate in the European Defence Fund. In other words, those countries that currently have opt-outs will lose them, and the United States of Europe will be born. Of course, there are many more parts to the Plans for the Europe document, but I chose to discuss defence and the plan for the euro, as they are the two topics that are frequently denied existence in the media. My next upload will be about the multi-trillion-dollar debt bomb, which is not receiving the attention it needs in mainstream media.